And we're back. Alright, so back with XCOM War of the Chosen, and ready to hop into our mission of ambushing this supply convoy. Got a very sniper-oriented team going on here.
Our latest intel suggests Advent ran into problems while airlifting supplies from a secure depot in this area. We have an opportunity here to take advantage of their delay. Locate their supply crates and tag them with our transponders. Firebrand will pick up the signal and snatch the cargo. Advent forces are in the process of airlifting a number of supply crates out of this area, and we have an opportunity here to take a few for ourselves. Locate and mark the crates with transponders, and Firebrand will handle the rest.
Okay. Man, they have changed almost all of the core mission types here. It's pretty cool. So we can blow up this fuel tank, or this fuel tank, or this car, or this car. We're just a crazy person. So the whole squad is concealed, which means I'd actually rather move up with... Oh man, so both these guys have scouting abilities. Okay, but no one else can move up nearly as far as the Reaper, because she's got the bonus movement well in cover ability.
Without the introduction of
Yep.
human DNA,
Do have the Vipers.
once operating under the guise of thin men, now show their true form, a purely reptilian species.
No reason for them to hide. The aliens don't need an infiltration unit anymore.
Alright, so I was kind of hoping we'd be able to use this high ground here. Oh, we do get a shot on the Viper from here. Oh, and you do have one from here. So I'm a little tempted to just go for it immediately. But, I think it's worth taking one turn to improve our position. So, like leaving the snipers on the high ground. Can you blow up anything that's on top of them? No, only on top of friends ever. So I could park everyone behind this car, but that feels a little... I don't want to move this far over to the left. Could get the Grenadier, could play it a little closer to the chest. I feel like it's pretty unlikely we're going to hit another enemy pod here, so I feel like moving up behind this Angel is a reasonable plan. And it is pretty far away from the fight. Alright. Okay. Yeah, there's not really good cover anywhere, but I have a feeling we're just going to annihilate these guys. So... we can just spread out a little and set up for a round of excellent sniping next turn.
No need to ask twice.
And we do have the teamwork on these guys, which we should get a little better at using, just because...
Scanning.
Overwatch. I won't let them pass.
Alright, snipers, do you have sight? You have sight on the trooper. You have sight on the Viper. So, while we are unlikely to kill the Viper on the first shot, that is definitely the one I'm interested in opening up on. And then hopefully we can, could also overwatch the other sniper and then fire. I like that a lot, actually. So we'll go ahead and use your long watch, and then fire on the Viper. Perfect. And we get an ability point for the high ground shot. Hopefully this will take out the Viper. Perfect.
It's dead. It has to be dead.
Alright, and then we've got this fellow. Who... we can just go ahead and kill here so we don't blow our cover. It's moving up a little bit, so it's a little risky for hitting another pod. How bad is that?
I hope it's worth it.
Okay, good.
Big deal.
Alright, that went about as flawlessly as a first engagement can.
I go where you tell me.
Alright,
Okay.
we've got these two still in
Scanning.
hidden mode.
I'll keep an eye on it.
And we have a Chosen.
Stand proud.
Oh, it's a different one. Alright. Easy to target from high ground. Like that part. Adversary Templars. We only have a Reaper, but that should be fine. Sees concealed units. That is bad for us, given that we've got 2 cloaked scouts here. And regeneration. Okay. Well, if we can get the high ground snipers on him, we should be able to make quick work of him.
You fall to the Elder's greatest warrior.
It's one of the Chosen. This mission just got a little more dangerous. Stay on top of its position and try to take it out. Advent has already marked a couple of crates for extraction. If we move quickly, we may be able to mark them for ourselves and prevent their airlift.
I am nearly upon you.
Alright, so... okay, I need to scroll with someone who's not the Reaper. Yeah, Reapers seem like they are very powerful, and their drawback is that you have this horrid green sight. Alright, so... this is open enough that I feel comfortable moving our scout up here, even though it's right out in the open, to try and figure out if there are any other enemies in the area we need to worry about.
Patrol is upwind.
Alright, and how bad is this? Not too bad, I think.
My life is in your hands.
Alright, and that didn't give us sight on these. So it's a little confusing exactly how this is going to work, because we didn't actually have sight on these guys. So it's unclear if moving up to the same position will trigger them or not. I don't feel like I particularly want to risk it. We're on the only not high cover side of this. We're going to stumble into a Chosen eventually. Can our snipers get to the high ground here? Is that high ground just accessible? It looks like the answer is no. You just can't get on top of that car park. So So I think right now my inclination is to leave the snipers where they are. Let's try really hard not to expose anything while moving forward here. So she's a little easier because she's still got concealment. So I feel like we can comfortably move her up to here.
Will do.
And that still didn't give us... Okay, now we did get sight on those guys. And we have vision with our snipers. So I'm into waiting one more turn. I actually really like... sidestep here and reload.
Let's rock.
And then we've got long watch with the other sniper.
Scanning.
We can actually pick this up. That will break concealment, though, so we're not going to do that. So this is the square where we'll break thing. We'll activate them. I don't even really want to risk that, because in my experience that can be a little fiddly, so I'll just move him up to here.
Clear.
Overwatch.
Affirmative. Covering now.
Near the last person. So we're going to have to use this rarely used end turn button. Oh, do you just pick up the supplies immediately? We only have one turn to do that?
Advent just airlifted out their first crate. We're gonna have to move fast if we want to get the rest.
Okay. Oh, man, they get both of those? Okay, so once they mark them, we have to get them that turn. Okay, that Overwatch also wasn't as good as I hoped. Oh, but it didn't activate them. That's surprising to me. Huh.
Position compromised.
Alright, learning new things every day.
One down. Thousands to go.
What does...
It is nearly time for atonement.
Okay. So... that package is probably going to activate and screw with us sometime soon. Our Reaper is still in cover, but our Ranger is not. You are very likely to kill this spectral zombie. Snipers, what do you got for me? Easy kill. Alright. So easy kills there, but blocking cover there. Can you blow up any useful explosives? Ever? Only kill friends. Got it. So, we've got a lot of tools at our disposal. So we could grenade there, kill him with a sniper, shotgun this guy in the face, and then have multiple tools left over to deal with this guy and account for contingencies if anything goes wrong. Wait, I can't throw a grenade and shotgun this guy in the face. If you claymore, will it end your turn? Let's say it doesn't matter and someone else can shoot it if you can't. Alright, so then you could kill that guy, but I think we've got better odds having you throw a grenade and then sniping the fellow in the back. And then if either of our snipers miss, we can teamwork to kill with shotgun instead.
Throwing grenade!
Alright, snipers. 100. We've got an 82 and a 66. 61. Man, that slightly worse odds than I was hoping for. This is increasing the odds I'll have to use teamwork earlier than I intended. So 82, 75. Alright, so I think I like this shot first. Alright, and that was the hard one.
Enemy destroyed!
The loss of these subordinates. This is meaningless to
So then we get to line this one up.
I definitely got that one.
And we could, normally I would reload here, but we've actually got the free reload, so it's actually better to fully empty our clip first.
Occasionally they do succeed.
Oh, those explode!
They're moving as quickly as they can to get those crates. If we want our share, we'll have to move just as fast.
Jesus, these crates are impossible. Alright. So gonna have to play it a little faster and looser here. So we can run and pick both of these up. The drawback is that means exposing ourselves to all sorts of horror. So I think... Okay, we still got that one in range. We'll probably have to just hope we don't see any more advent over this way. Okay, cool. So we've got that one. And then you get to run up here. I think we can activate the thing regardless. And then if you get into too much trouble, we can use teamwork to get you out of it. So, alright, that went far better than it had any right to. So, unfortunately, this breaks concealment, but we gotta get some stuff.
Advent's locator is down and our transponder is active. Firebrand will handle the pickup.
Alright. And then we want you to reload. And get up here.
Already there.
And then...
Reloaded.
So running a bit of a risk at this point of
Overwatch.
someone blundering into the side of our snipers and them being too far away. So maybe we're supposed to start pulling them up at some point. I don't know, I feel like we've probably seen most of the resistance that's on the map at this point. Awesome, so that was both of his moves.
The elders have chosen me, just as they have chosen you, Commander.
And I'm really hoping he's close enough to that explosive tank that we can finally use our trigger explosives ability to damage an enemy.
This world and beyond. Come.
He's a chatty fella.
To be reclaimed.
That's the Elder's warlock. All reports indicate he's nearly as dangerous as they are when it comes to psionic...
My cover!
Firebrand is on deck for recovery. Keep marking those crates, Menace 1-5.
Surrender
Alright,
yourself, Commander.
so this person has
No more perish in vain.
aim, the other one does not, and we're getting far enough away that it's actually... Okay, so we needed to pull up our snipers last turn. Oh man, one square away from getting the sweet ability there. Alright, now I really want loot, because I'm greedy. This guy's already injured. We're not going to get high ground on him. We should probably... Yeah, we should use our teamwork to shoot him real good. So let's go ahead and activate our teamwork now.
We will overcome.
So we get to move 1, move 2, shoot. Should work well.
Closing on target position now.
Cool.
I'm sure the docs will want to see this.
And this should be a flank shot. Sweet.
Moving.
And see that 63% crit from the laser sight. We are going to want to grenade him first to shred his armor, though. So let's go ahead and take out his cover and his armor, and be very careful not to blow up our ranger.
Heads down.
Alright, so that got out his cover, so we will get one sniper shot on him there.
You nothing better.
Only a 59, which is not great, but it's not like we're doing anything better with this sniper. Yep.
Adjusting
So
sight.
you have learned at least one tactic.
Yes, fire weapon!
Let us begin then.
Alright, so this does get a shot on him, but will not if he moves left is the drawback. So is there anything we can do that's better than just shooting him? I assume not. And it's not like he's not going to be able to get... Well, we can limit his ability to get flank shots on us from cover. I don't know, I just assume he's going to fuck with us in some way. So I'm just going to try and maximize damage here. 40% crit.
A trivial effort.
So what are you at? We've done 18-ish to you. We've got another 12-ish. Alright. And that'll wrap up the turn. Do your worst, sir.
I have reinforced my countless servants of the earth.
They're moving to flank.
Man, you get a lot of actions. Please don't shoot me, Advent Trooper. You were just summoned this turn.
Intriguing prospect. Gaining a source of knowledge so close to the heart of your operation. I wonder, what might they share of your plans?
It looks like the Chosen knocked one of our soldiers into a daze. We need to get someone over there to help them get back on their feet before that thing can move in and attack.
Alright, so... Sniper Bros, what do you got for me? I really want you to crit him again. Which says to me, I really want you to blow up cover again. I really should have read that dazed tooltip. Mailman, can you get up to where you have vision on the Advent Trooper? That's still squad sight. That's not good enough. Yeah, I got a little too spread out on my snipers here. Okay, so... Alright, actually I've got a pretty good plan here. So you can just move here, you'll pick up the dazed unit, I'll be able to move here, you'll get, I'll blow up the cover with a grenade, and then you'll still get your flank shot. And you can run over and kill, you know, the Advent Trooper or whatever. Assuming this doesn't take your action.
You'll be fine.
Cool. You know, birds and stones and all. That looks pretty good.
Throwing grenade.
He just called me basic! Alright, and then that gives the Ranger time for an excellent little crit. You know what I miss? I miss holo targeting. I am looking forward to getting a level 3 character who has holo targeting. Excellent.
No longer a threat.
Yeah, in my experience, shotgun Rangers are the best.
Defeated today. It is but another trial in my service to the elders, and their vision foresees all outcomes.
We've proven the Chosen can be hurt. Now we just have to work on putting them down for good.
Kill him. Good job.
Volk says hello.
Status confirmed. Mission accomplished. Excellent work. Great job, Commander. We sent the Chosen back to their masters with a few scars to show for their effort. If they decide to face us again, we'll be ready.
Cool. Alright, so got one wound from the exploding psychic zombie on my Grenadier, but I do have another Grenadier ready to fill in, so that'll be good. Overall, I feel like that mission went really well. Kept the snipers in their high ground a little too long, but pretty happy with...
Of the old world. The remarks followed a moment of silence. Peacekeepers slain by XCOM dissidents.
Yeah, Shotgun Rangers were how I killed almost all of the final bosses in my original XCOM 2 playthrough, specifically with the pink laser sight friendly greetings shotgun. So, definitely seeing that continue to be a solid strategy. Alright. Definitely going for long watch again. Alright. So this basically gives your first shot out of cover or out of concealment a huge bonus. And this just makes you... So, XCOM original had lightning reflexes, which is the first Overwatch against you automatically misses. And I actually like that a lot better than Shadow Step, because it allows you to clear enemy Overwatches, rather than just one of your soldiers gets through but the rest are still pinned down. Neither of these strike me as totally critical, but this one is totally critical in that it's 25 critical hit, which is just 100 with a shotgun on a laser sight a lot of the time, and especially with Chosen running around, just the ability to do giant piles of damage seems extra useful. Alright, so you've got 22 soldier AP to spend. These all cost 11. Man, I still don't feel like I have a good enough hang on this on the Reaper tree. I think I'll probably wait until I send her out on her next mission to pick which ability or two she wants. I would guess I end up going with Shredder, because shredding armor becomes very important as the game goes on. But, like, one-shotting things with claymores also seems really good. I guess I can get both. Maybe I should be saving more points for Lieutenant. Figure it out. Alright, and then this guy is wounded, which is actually pretty convenient, because he was also going to be tired, and it's pretty light wounds. Got a number of good drops here. Oh man, Superior Perception is a ridiculous drop. This is just permanently give a soldier plus 12 aim. That, like, the difference between an 88% shot and a 100% shot is huge. I'm going to have to think a bunch about who I want this ability to go on, or want to install this PCS on, because this immediately makes the character, like, potentially the best character in the game throughout my entire run. So this will probably end up going on my higher level sniper, but we'll want to think about it a little bit. Superior Repeater is a lot more interesting in a world with Chosen, where potentially, like, throw this on, like, a gunslinger or something. I don't know if these work for pistols. They might not. I know ammunition does, but I'm not sure about weapon upgrades. But being able to throw a bunch of these, like, take 4 shots at a Chosen with a 15%, you know, it's a reasonable chance to just kill it regardless of health, which is really meaningful. Alright, got Viper Autopsy, of course. Low intel. Yeah, because I just spent it all getting the third area. But we won't need much intel for a while because we're going to be maxed out on comms. We will want that eventually, probably, but really want to make contact in West Africa before the next supply drop. So yeah, really happy with how that mission went. Feel like we got some good value. And now we've got the Mimic Beacon. I feel like this run is going really well so far. Like, I'm sure the game still has a lot of ugly tricks to throw at me. I just realized I think I made a mistake researching this, because if I recall correctly, this takes 2 corpses to build, which I won't be able to do until after the next retaliation mission. Alright, so definitely pick up the instant one. Arc Blade. Go ahead and build that in just a sec. And then these I won't be able to build for a while because I don't have the foundry yet, but snapping it off in 3 days is still clearly worth it.
Commander?
Alright, so we do have some alloys from that run. Sorry, I'm covering it up. I can move myself down just a little bit to show the supply there. And this is a permanent upgrade to all of our Rangers to give them a better weapon. So that'll be really cool. Maybe we'll try and build some Bladestorm Rangers at some point. Yeah, so this takes 2 Faceless Corpses. So I was thinking it was a good one to put 14 days into early because it was so powerful. But that was actually a bit of a misplay because we won't be able to build one for a while.
Dad sacrificed the only thing he had
Right,
left.
maxed out on contacts, maxed out on power. Only 4 days left on the resistance ring, 3 days on the machinery.
With some new schematics and a little elbow grease.
Commander, you should establish contact
I'm
with the local
working on it.
network as soon as possible. The aliens are undoubtedly moving forward with their...
See, you didn't even get to finish your little spiel before I made contact. These videos are kind of simple and repetitive, but there's still something I like about them. Of just like a little bit of sense on the people on the ground we're meeting up with. So a black site mission that we can go not do for a really long time.
Contact with the local resistance, and we can move on the Advent Black site on your order. We should make sure our troops are fully equipped and ready for a tough mission. I'm guessing security will be tight at the facility. Commander, I've updated our current objectives based on the most recent findings.
Alright, so only a day or two left on some stuff. We can either don't need to go to the black market, we can get some supplies or some intel. And I feel like we're just don't have much to spend supplies on. So while I'm not super into intel right now,
The soldiers, good. Let them taste arrogance. Many have suffered for your crimes, and now the death toll climbs.
alright, more chosen annoyance.
Will you not surrender yourself to the elders?
Alright, so finished clearing that out. So we'll want to just immediately slam a power relay in there.
Wiping out entire camps of resistance supporters. We're their only line of defense.
And can immediately go ahead and start excavating the... What? Yes. No, do the thing. Okay, so yeah, it'll be a little while, but no reason at all to rush the power relay because we won't be able to actually use the power until we clear this out. Having only one engineer is really rough. Like that is actually probably the thing that's going the worst about this run. The fact that we have not gotten any other engineers and we've just gotten a lot of drops for supplies, scientists, rookies, intel.
When inspired, our team is actually quite efficient.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, so these are all proving ground projects, which we can't do for another 20 days, until we get a room excavated, and then 10 more to build a proving ground, so we're quite a ways away. Infirmary construction. I feel like that's 50 supplies, which 5 days of research time for like 50 supplies is not actually something I'm super interested in. Like normally, there's nothing that's super high priority, so normally I'd just be immediately on board with any breakthrough, but that doesn't feel super valuable. Oh, and we're also getting to the point where these are getting down in cost, so man, now I'm just sad about the amount of time I spent researching mimic beacons I won't be able to build for a long time. But once we get mag weapons, next tier of weapons will be a really big deal, so that's pretty good. Alright, so now we can do operations. The ocean? Question mark?
Commander, the factions you have contacted are well equipped to track down the Chosen. Their knowledge will be invaluable in helping XCOM locate and eliminate these threats.
The benefits we gain from working with the resistance factions on their covert operations are a major boon to our efforts, but there are also risks involved. Our soldiers could potentially be attacked or taken captive while in the field, so it's not as easy a decision as it may seem.
We might take the Elders by surprise if we switch up our tactics. Maybe we should try something new.
Alright, so the reason I was looking at this locate faction is that it has a hacking reward, and as I've mentioned a couple times in the past, I'm a really big fan of trying to get your hackers leveled up early, and we've got a Sergeant Specialist to send on it. Rescuing mocks is also cool. I would like to do this soon. I'd like to do it when I can spare the 25 intel. We're in the process of gathering intel right now on our scan location. So I kind of like sending some guys on here for 9 days, finishing out our current scan location, and then we'll be able to rescue mocks with much lower risk. So I want to send Jolt in this slot, as he is our combat hacker. And then who am I comfortable with? So sending our sharpshooter is not ideal, but they are a bonded pair, so I kind of like that anyways. I'm curious if there's any benefit to sending a pair. Yeah, let's do it. Alright, and you're just telling me that I've got photos and still need to level up what's-her-face. Man. Call sign Outrider. She's the last thing Advent sees. I like a bit of cheesy propaganda. Got supply drop incoming in 2 days. That looks like someone's going to tell me the Avatar project is happening.
Commander, the aliens
Cool, we'll worry about that around the time it hits like 8.
If we're going to slow them down, we'll need to move fast.
We are not all that dissimilar, Commander. We have both lost, and in turn caused great loss for others. I've shed blood in my master's name, just as you send others to shed blood in yours. There's a fine line between honor and hypocrisy.
The aliens have just finished a new facility tied to the Avatar project, Commander. If we can make contact with resistance forces...
Yeah, I'm not doing that anytime soon. I'm a little worried about...
the aliens' work. Commander, we've just received...
Okay, yeah, I'll have to get there eventually.
Dr. Vaughn's
Jeez.
escape test subjects is guarding a nearby Advent facility. Best be prepared before we try to take it out.
Yeah, I'll be doing the black site well before that one. Okay, I want this intel. I'm gonna go swing by the supply drop in the middle.
Got an urgent communication coming in.
Alright, I've been doing an awesome job. I don't care what you say.
Had high hopes for the Resistance under your leadership, Commander, and you have outdone yourself.
Yep. Yeah, so the only things it's dinging us for is stuff that we had no control over at this point.
Our friends in the Resistance have shared what they know of these so-called Chosen the Elders have sent after us. It sounds like we should expect these things to actively hunt us until we take them out.
Time is not on your side. It won't be long before I find you, Commander.
Alright, so we need to interfere with her plans at some point. Yeah, we don't have the intel, and I'm not a big believer in spending intel on this. Oh man, if I get to prevent one of these, it's definitely this one. Chosen seemed like a much bigger deal. So we haven't used this at all yet, but I'm never going to hire rookies. So... You know, I basically never just leave these sitting around, but do we actually need supplies for anything? We really just don't.
I could use a favor if you've got the manpower to spare. We're all in this together, right?
An engineer. There is no way I'm not doing this. So, recover resistance operative.
Setting course for South Africa.
Alright, so we did send a couple of our good troops off, but this is still a pretty awesome squad. We've got double grenadiers, which is never a bad thing. We've got... In fact, this might be overkill. We might want to throw a rookie on here just to train up a little bit. But yeah, I think it is almost midnight here and getting towards time for me to call it a night. So going to save this mission for the next stream. Thanks to everyone who's been watching. Thanks a ton to Loco Pojo for the host. Should have called that out a little earlier, but definitely awesome. And really happy with how this campaign's coming together so far. I feel like, you know, maybe things will go horribly wrong sometime soon, but this could not be going much better than it is right now. So, thanks for watching, everyone, and have a good night.